Good evening. Thanks all for joining us for Sunday's edition of the Diamond Newsdesk. We bring you some of the latest stories featured on diamondtvzambia.com. You can follow Diamond TV online on Facebook and on X at Diamond TV Zambia. Land encroachment dispute sparks demolitions in Lusaka West. A mother's hope amid heartbreak. A speech for search for baby has continued in Lusaka. And PF sets roadmap to the 2026 with internal reforms, convention and partnerships with like-minded groups. These are some of our leading stories. A land encroachment dispute between residents of Maloni and Handama compounds in Lusaka West and Albatross Limited, a mining company, has taken a new turn, with some residents demolishing houses near the mine after receiving compensation. The demolitions have divided the community. Some view them as necessary for safety from mining activities, while others insist they will not leave their homes. Residents are still calling on government to intervene and provide a lasting solution. Area Councillor Bright Sinazongwe says he was unaware of the demolitions, but stresses the area is a designated mining site with residents occupying the land illegally.
A land encroachment dispute between residents of Maloni and Handama compounds in Lusaka West and a mining company, Albatross Limited, has taken a new turn. Some residents have begun demolishing their houses near the mine boundary after they were compensated by the mining company, and the residents say it's necessary as no one is coming to their rescue.
As long as vamene vanamanga vavachita compensate chifukwa weather ioneka simankhala mushe pollution mphepo yamene imapemewa kuno simankhala ya clean. I think ilichape bwino.
Residents are still calling on the government to step in and find a solution to their challenges.
Mpakuli wa president kutati inkani bayimirike aba bantu balonge baende kwao balina kampani amene banasegura inango ya nyowani enzo kamba kutati ngaza vuta landi yasira ndiko amene nzakaenda but civic leaders bamene aba bakuno kwatu nde bamene bayenda mungati kubafa kamo chimwero kutati tupitirize chabe tuchite demolish tikaja kalandi.
Despite the calls by the people, the area councillor Bright Sinazongwe says he was not aware of the demolition in his ward and that the area the residents are occupying is a mining site.
Chilanga Town Council with the complainants now, which he took it to the minister. Now the minister made an appointment to say we should meet. But before we could meet, we are now hearing those. So the selling, the what, even the valuation, we don't know how they are doing it. But for me, I'm still on the process, the right process where we needed to establish what is to be done. Because at the moment, what they are doing it on their own, as we are still waiting for the bringing the valuers to evaluate their properties. Then that's when we can say the people can go.
The fate of these residents remains uncertain as the dispute continues. Josephat Hamagala, Diamond News.
19-year-old Betha Mapili says life has been unbearable since her 7-month-old baby was kidnapped on May 19, 2025. Now, speaking to Diamond News, she appealed to the public to assist in the ongoing search for a child who is now 11 months old. Police spokesperson Ray Hamonga says investigations are still underway. Baby Prosper was abducted at Mrs. grounds by an unknown person.
It's exactly 4 months since then 7-month-old, now 11-month-old baby Prosper was kidnapped from Mississippi grounds. With only his clothes left to remind her of him, Betha, mother to Prosper, says the absence of her child has taken a heavy toll on her. The grade 7 pupil, who had taken a break from school last term, says she has since returned and is scheduled to sit for her exams this October.
Last month, and
And family representative tells Diamond News that in the past 4 months, the family has been moving from one place of prayer to another, appealing to whosoever has the baby to return him.
So muntu amamusunga anze be mwana so anana mamuna kati na mwana so mai wake ankala dandaula makamaka kweka mwana kameni na kabebi kalingana ku kwati prosper so ama nkala dandaula chabe kambile mwana wanga so sembe afika hapa mwana wanga so nkala pen like if my mothers mama zo tu mother mameolile so kuma kabe kumkoseleza so jepata wazapwela my prayers agamba tazaone alipafupi so mulungu munya wake zafika time azatumvya chifundo azabwera mwana.
Meanwhile, police say investigations into the matter are still ongoing. For Betha and her family, every passing day is a reminder of the pain of separation, but also of the hope that baby Prosper will one day be found. Cherish Siwate for Diamond News.
A huge fire has gutted Oasis bus garage in Sesheke district, destroying property including several Marco Polo buses. The fire, which broke out around 10 hours, sent heavy smoke into the sky and has left residents in shock. The cause is yet to be established, but the incident has reignited concerns over the lack of firefighting equipment in Sesheke.
The thick, dark smoke could be seen rising from the giant Oasis Marco Polo buses as flames tore through the garage around 10 hours this morning in Nakatindi Ward, Sesheke district of Western Province. Helpless residents stood by as the fire raged on, with no fire truck in sight to battle the inferno. The destruction has once again brought to light the absence of firefighting equipment in Sesheke, with calls growing louder for the local authority to act quickly. Victor Nawa, an eyewitness, shares his displeasure.
Fire broke out and we didn't receive any assistance yet. You know, it's quite sad that as a district we don't have a fire tender yet. I've been told we've got one water bowser which has not come through. Initially when the fire started, I was here and I tried to get out of one of the workers, of course not from the council, not from the fire department, but under council. But well, there has been no response yet, like in trying to stop the fire, which is quite sad.
More residents have voiced out on the matter. Government should really do something about this. This is very sad. We do not have a single fire truck in the whole district. Each time fire breaks out, we just watch things being destroyed because there is no help. Otherwise, our friend has really encountered a great loss. He said,
It has happened, we don't know if it will happen. It's a mistake, but unfortunately, it was one of the buses. Yeah. I represent the Nakatindi ward, and it has happened in Nakatindi. We don't know what has happened. We just came to Eo Kwanzi. This is how we see people gathered here. There's no one what we can say. But from that, we will come you down on TV.
For now, the cause of the fire remains unknown, But for residents here in Sesheke district, the bigger question is when their district will finally be equipped with fire trucks to respond to such emergencies. Reporting for Diamond News in Sesheke district of Western Province, Christiane Musole.
Energy Minister Makozo Chikote says load shedding will stabilize once ongoing energy mix projects are completed and brought online. Mr. Chikote says the projects under implementation will significantly boost electricity supply and reduce the country's power deficit. He disclosed that Zambia's current electricity generation capacity stands at 1,555 megawatts across various power stations. Mr. Chikote also refuted claims that ZESCO is exporting electricity to the Democratic Republic of Congo, clarifying that the utility only facilitates sales by private producers. He has confirmed, however, that Zambia has bilateral electricity trade agreements with Namibia.
We have been told when it comes to hydropower, the projections that we have been given that we are likely to receive normal to above normal rainfall. That will be a plus to what we have put in place, our energy mix. And I can assure you that as soon as we complete these projects, the situation will stabilize. People will not, talk the way they are talking today. And the assurance is that this government is committed. That's why you see a line of these projects are underway. A number of them, both from base load and also solar. So these together, as we implement them, the situation will not be the same. The situation will stabilize.
In what period?
These projects have got different timelines. Okay, these projects have got timelines, different timelines. As they complete, they push into the national grid. As we go in gradually, we are going to achieve reaching 1,555 megawatts plus, closer to 1.6. That's what we are generating now. And like I have stated, this is a very, committed government because we voted on the premises of service delivery. And when you look at me, Costa, there's no way when I have got these resources to generate power, I just decide to say, no, Zambians should not get power. That's not.
You can watch the full details on Costa later this evening at 21:15. We've got an update of the weather and then we'll be taking a set of commercials. Welcome back. The Patriotic Front, PF Secretary General Raphael Nakachinda, says the party will contest the 2026 general election by working with like-minded groups and individuals to unseat President Hakainde Hichilema. Mr. Nakachinda made the announcement during a media briefing in Lusaka, where he outlined resolutions from the PF Central Committee meeting held on the 20th of September 2025. He further disclosed that the PF will hold its party convention before the end of the year emphasizing the party's commitment to democratic principles and internal reforms.
The Patriotic Front has declared that it will return to the ballot in 2026 through alliances with what it calls like-minded forces determined to remove President Hakainde Hichilema from power. Raphael Nakachinda made the announcement at a media briefing in Lusaka, highlighting resolutions from the Central Committee meeting held on September 20th, 2025.
Yesterday, the Central Committee met, besieged with the above issues that I have spoken about. The Central Committee of the biggest opposition political party, and this I must emphasize, they are people who have imaginary daydreaming thoughts of thinking that PF is dead. No. PF is alive. PF is the biggest political party. PF is going to participate in the 2016 elections, 2026 elections. PF will participate in the 2026 elections. But we have also chosen that we'll participate with those who are like-minded within the opposition family. Those who believe that UPND and Misaka in the Hichilema is inimical to the interest of this country, we will cooperate, collaborate with them, work with them until we achieve the aspirations of the Zambian people.
He further disclosed that the party will convene its long-awaited convention before the end of the year, describing the move as a reaffirmation of the PF's democratic credentials and readiness for the next general elections. Elfimale Champande, Diamond News.
Traders at Lusaka's 10 Miles Market are demanding the completion of unfinished toilet facility, which has been in disrepair for 2 months. Some say they are forced to use plastic bags due to lack of proper sanitation, raising health and hygiene concerns. Ward Councillor Chitambira Sivanda says the responsibility lies with Lusaka City Council, and stressing that traders already pay levies which should be used to address their needs.
In December 2022, traders here at 10 Miles Market received letters of eviction from the local authority. Various structures were demolished, but since then, some traders are still claiming that they have not received their compensation. The traders have raised concerns following the second phase, which is about to commence in the next 2 weeks, to pave way for construction of the Lusaka-Ndola dual carriageway.
In 2023,
we were never compensated anything, so we have been waiting. Our council has never told us anything.
Right now,
there are other shops that are soon to face.
Marketeers at a 10 Miles Market are crying out on a pressing issue. The toilet that has been closed for 2 months now has raised concern for many marketeers at the market.
But pempo yatu tipempa panona kumbira ichimugodi chiri kumbuyo kwanga bakalibonekerapo sizapo panefikonkapo ndiye dandauro yanga 2 months yakwana tiripe toilets pa 10 miles olo ine toilets vambiri ndi amene vazo 10 miles ni kulu market so isetivuti ko kwamba kupe vantu vatwara mara.
The local councillor has emphasized that it's council's responsibility to complete the project.
This is an urgent project that needs to be done. If anything, they can stop whatever they are doing. They come and do the market first, the toilet first, so people can trade freely. So we have a sanitation problem here. In case of any outbreak, any time we can have an outbreak from this market because of this toilet. So I'm appealing through you that the council should come on the ground as soon as yesterday to come and do this toilet.
Kenan Siame, Diamond News.
Kawambwa Boys Secondary School pupils have raised concern over the persistent water supply challenges at the institution. Speaking in an interview with Diamond TV, the school head boy reveals that the shortage of clean water has put learners at risk of disease outbreaks, as the available supply is not enough to meet the demand of the pupil population. Now, the pupils have further pointed out the deteriorating state of infrastructure at the school, which they say needs urgent attention if academic excellence is to be maintained.
Kawambwa Provincial STEM School, one of the oldest institutions in Luapula Province, has in recent years struggled to maintain its once renowned standards of academic excellence. During interactions with pupils, concerns were raised over inadequate infrastructure, poor dietary provisions, and limited access to clean water.
If we were to have water in school running 24/7, a person is able to bath, let's for example, around 16, 17, then go to class for evening prep around 18. But due to that problem, the pupils are now going to the stream, the river, where they are spending more than 2 hours.
Acknowledging the challenges, school management noted that efforts are underway to address the situation, but emphasized that progress has been slowed by limited resources.
The bores that we had in school have dried up, so we have a challenge. However, we have engaged the relevant authorities to look into the matter. So anytime soon we are going to receive the machines that are going to drill a bore in school so that we can have adequate water.
It is against this backdrop that former Kawambwa boys have stepped in with initiatives aimed at uplifting the institution. Among these is the introduction of an Excellence Award to promote improved academic performance.
IDS now we have started planning for you for the Excellence Award, for which very soon IDS will come in and will give you the Excellence Award. But you will only give to those who are performing, and there is a lot to come.
On a recent visit, Kabotesa president, one of the alumni, pledged to refurbish a classroom at his own cost after noting the state of the aging infrastructure.
This is the call to everyone, each and every Kawambwa boys should know that at least when God has blessed you to do something out there, please look back and see. If they all Kawambwa former ex-boys, they were to adopt, each one adopts one class, then we can retake this institution. Of course, this institution will change, isn't it?
In addition, the alumni group donated 3 electric pots to the school and assured both management and learners of their continued support.
And being electrical, it means that even our learners will learn how to try, because we are home economics, yeah? And our learners, they will learn how to use electrical pots.
The gesture is expected to inspire similar efforts for alumni of other schools in Luapula Province, including St. Mary's, Bahati Minor Seminary, Sanfia Secondary School, St. Clement's, and Maple Shore. Kalombe Kapambwe, Diamond News.
We're taking another set of commercials. We'll be back with more news. Welcome back. Residents and motorists in Kimasala, Solwezi, are calling on the DCON contractor to speed up works on the Zambia-Kimasala road before the rainy season. Resident Mutukwa Namusa says delays have exposed households to dust-related health problems, and especially for children. While residents acknowledge progress on the road, they are urging timely completion.
Zambia-Kimasala Road in Solwezi district. It is a road which is part of the 10 kilometers township roads from the local government and rural development. Works on the road are slowly advancing from gravel to semi-bituminous standard. However, some residents are concerned at the pace the contractor is working as the rain season slowly approaches.
Yes, the way they are doing the road, it's a good thing, but what we are looking at, this road should be completed before the rain season, because as you can see, there's too much dust, and this dust, it is causing a lot of cough and some other diseases. But our main emphasis is that this road should be completed before the rain season. Because again, when the rain season comes, there will be a lot of mud here. Again, when mud is there, it will be another thing.
Others are happy with progress made on the road so far.
Inki apapo wafikako ndemla because kula bako na chati moto kabapishamo na menshi apapo wafika kwa hapa at least kwe na dho lukunguta.
We are happy with how far the works have reached on this road. At least we implore the contractor to continue so that works can be completed before the rain season. Equally, we want them to continue pouring water on the road to stop the dust from rising. For motorists, their hope is that the road is completed for easier access to the central business district. As motorcyclists, the completion of the road will definitely reduce accidents and allow us to easily access the central business district in short time. It is now 7 months since construction started on the Zambia-Kimasala Road in Solwezi district. Dante Bwalia, Diamond News, Solwezi, Northwestern Province.
Government has announced that Livingstone will host the 2025 Tourism Week from the 21st to 27th September. Tourism Minister Rodney Sikumba says tourism remains vital to the economy, but urged a collective support to grow the sector. He also cautioned visitors to respect the newly installed security barriers at Victoria Falls.
The tourism sector remains a vital driver of economic development, contributing greatly through job creation, foreign exchange earnings, and its impact on the gross domestic product, among other key areas in Zambia. Under the theme, Tourism Through Sustainable Transformation, this year's Tourism Week underscores the essential role tourism plays, not only as a pillar of Zambia's economy, but also as a vibrant part of its national identity. On Sunday, September 21st, 2025, Zambia's Tourism Minister Rodney Sikumba held a media briefing to rally support for the continued growth and development of the tourism industry, aligning his message with the objectives of Tourism Week.
We will be looking at a cultural festival and exhibition. So most of the activities, ladies and gentlemen, are lined up at Force Park Mall here in Livingstone. So from tomorrow onwards, I don't know if it's tomorrow or today, Force Park Mall will be a beehive of activities. When we're talking about a beehive of activities, I'm saying it's going to be buzzing. So please encourage your children, your relatives, your churchmates, just come and see what we're doing. There's going to be a permanent exhibition there, a cultural exhibition. There's going to be a cultural performances happening there.
To commemorate the occasion, Zambia's Ministry of Tourism has begun upgrading the safety of barricades at Victoria Falls.
And the colors that has been adopted is generally charcoal gray, which mimics the natural basalts, which is the main geological formation here. Beyond that, Honorable Minister, you discover that as you look at the colors of the old barriers which we are facing here, they are brown. It's because of the Kalahari sands which are dominant in this environment. So as you stand the other side, what you see here, there will be little impact on the natural environment.
But tourism is more than just numbers. It weaves into the cultural fabric of Zambia, showcasing the country's rich diversity, values, and vibrant communities. And this is precisely what Tourism Week aims to share with the world. Livingstone is hosting the 2025 World Tourism Week for Zambia. Gabriel Jasas Mova, Diamond News, Southern Zambia.
Now, the Zambia Revenue Authority has tightened security and surveillance at border points to curb smuggling and enhance efficiency. Katima Mulilo Border Station Manager Tobias Njovu says digital systems have been introduced to speed up inspections, while mobile checkpoints have been set up with law enforcement support to combat tax evasion.
Once a one-stop border post is created, it caters for everything. It caters for people, it caters for cargo, it even caters for services. So now, as a Zambian, if you're going to Namibia after we implement the one-stop border post, you don't have to stop on the Zambian side to clear with immigration. You'll find immigration in Namibia. Similarly, the Namibian coming from Namibia will find Namibian immigration in Zambia. And they'll exit in Zambia, then they'll do import with. So what the one-stop border post, it basically creates like an imaginary border where both authorities from both countries are stationed in one building. Prime example, if you were to step into the Kazungula facility, you'll find that if you're exiting, you just bypass the Zambian control. Get on the bridge, get into the Botswana side, and you find Zambian customs on one side of the building, and Zambian immigration on one side, and the Botswana immigration on the other side. So what it just does is creates an imaginary line there to say Zambia is on this side of the building, Botswana is there. So it also caters for people.
West Pickers in Mississippi compound are appealing for legal recognition of their trade, which involves collecting, sorting and selling waste to illegal aggregators under the ZESCO Way Live along Lusaka's Tokyo Road. Sandra Chikonde, who supports 4 children through the work, has told Diamond News her livelihood is under threat following the removal of depots by the Lusaka Integrated Solid Waste Management Company. The company public relations officer, Siri Muntanga, defended the move, saying the structures were illegal and posed risks to public health and the environment.
In Lusaka's Mississippi compound, West Pickers, who survive by collecting and selling waste to informal aggregators, are appealing to authorities for legal recognition of their trade. Among them is Sandra Chikonde, a mother of 4, who says the removal of makeshift depots by the Lusaka Integrated Solid Waste Management Company is crippling her livelihood. I survive on this business. My day starts out really early. I have to go in various communities for me to pick different types of bottles, plastics, tumblers, name it. Zambia generates close to 80,000 metric tons of solid waste annually, yet only 18% is properly disposed of at designated dumping sites. By the way, we do not make the environment dirty. We help in cleaning and clearing by picking and sorting the various waste that is disposed of out there, so that we pick what is good and bring it here. The remaining 82% is left scattered in the environment, posing a serious climate and health challenge. This is all we know to do. Our family, our livelihoods depend on this. Without this, we're out on the streets and poverty will have us by our neck. There's nothing out there for us to do. But the company's public relations officer, Sirei Muntanga, says the demolitions are meant to safeguard public health and protect the environment from illegal dump sites.
With the removal or control of illegal aggregators, this is being done in good faith because the aggregators have been burning waste, and as you are aware, we are concerned about the public health and the burning of the continuous burning of waste by the aggregators that were situated or based at Tokyo Way, ZESCO Way Live. This caused a lot of air pollution into the air and affecting the residents in that area.
Plastics alone account for 14% of this waste stream. As the country works toward achieving Sustainable Development Goals 12 and 13 by 2030, focusing on responsible consumption, production, and urgent climate action, calls are growing for climate justice solutions that balance environmental protection with the survival of vulnerable communities like Mississippi's West Pickers. Elfimwale Shampande, Diamond News.
With our final set of commercials, don't go away. Good evening. In our sports news, the Football Association of Zambia, Lopula Province, has resolved to penalize women's league teams that fail to fulfill fixtures with a fine of 500 kwacha as part of efforts to improve football standards in the region. Administrators noted that concern that despite the abundance of talent in Lopula, the province has struggled to compete at national level due to the frequent walkovers and unfulfilled fixtures. During a stakeholders engagement meeting, it was further resolved that any team failing to honour 4 fixtures in a season will face demotion. FAS has since urged football administrators to strictly adhere to all rules and FIFA guidelines to ensure the growth and progress of Luapula football.
Because if we just let teams loose, I'm telling you, we will have a lot of walkovers and the league will not be competitive. I'm telling you. Immediately we say, okay, it won't be bothering us. We need to agree on the amount that we need to pay or the penalty for non-fulfillment of fixture, and we need to know the number of walkovers. Is it 2? Is it 5? How much if one team fails to travel?
We want to make standards. I would propose that maybe we start with the 300 kwacha for the non-fixture of for failure to fulfill the fixture, and then a team which fails to fulfill the fixture 6 times should be dropped from the league.
Being, if we put a lower amount, we won't be participating much, thinking that 100 kwacha tukapandisha, it's fine. So ngatwabike mpia ikuru na ile mpia ikala tuchita facts tukarati na kwati hii mpia twabike ikuru pakutisa tuifai nishina ito titira kwa fimbi na kwenda.
You can catch many of these stories on DiamondTVZambia.com. You can follow us on social media, on Facebook, Diamond TV Online, or on X at Diamond TV Zambia. Coming up at 21:15, join us for Costa, and our guest is the Minister of Energy. My name is Jeswa Peter Kapasa. Good evening.